Pump up some bass.
When you have a company called Beat Not Babied, you gotta beat stuff.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flex, Rocks, and Rollovers. Today, I am with the one and only Dakota Moore with Beat Not Babied. What's up, Dakota? How
Hey,
you
how
doing,
are you?
man? Good to have you here, man. Super, super cool. So, tell me about your rig, man. We want to know everything about your 4Runner.
All right. Well, no. So it's a
Rubicon.
It's
Sorry,
an
I apologize.
It's an 87 4Runner Rubicon. Yeah, I bought it about a year ago. So I had my JK that I built from stock, and it was great, and I loved it. But I wanted to get into some more hardcore wheeling, and it's hard to do that with a full body JK that you don't want to get some like severe body damage.
Yeah.
So sold that. I had an LJ for a year, just wasn't my thing because I really just wanted to get something to like totally abuse. So I bought this and I love it. I've done a few things to it, but obviously it's nice having the low, you know,
Low.
cases.
Yeah, there's nobody driving this right now, by the way.
So yeah, you just there's some stuff I can get in and I can just like walk next to it, and just to idle it'll just crawl up whatever. So I like that. But it's nice to wheel a rig that you don't have to make payments on, like the JK.
Yeah, and not worry about severe body damage and the
Correct.
scratch and all that stuff. Yeah.
So I love it. It's got room for the kids in the back seat. It's got room for tools or a cooler or whatever in the very back. So it's almost like as big as a JK. It's been stretched 13 inches. It's got a great wheelbase. It's got the...
And what's the wheelbase on it, do you know?
I think well, we could get a tape measure. I want to say it's like 113.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the cage, so everyone's safe. It's got the PRP harnesses, so I'm not worried if I do flop it on this trip. I'm not too worried about it.
I hope you won't, but you might come home with a scratch or
Yeah,
two.
well, and that's the thing, you know. Got when you have a company called Beat Not Babied, you got to beat stuff. So yeah, if I come home with some new body damage, I'm not gonna be too worried.
You'll be proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll slap a Band-Aid on there and it'll be good to go.
You bought it already sort of built, and then you added your own touch to it.
It was, it was already pretty built. It had the 14-bolt rear and the 3/4 ton Dana 44 up front. Probably before Trail Hero, I'll do a 1-ton swap up front, do full hydro. It's got the hydro assist. It came with 37s. I put the 40s, with the bead locks, added the new PRP seats.
Those are sweet, by the way. Check this out, guys. This is the best color combination I've ever seen on a seat. And matching crawl tunes with it now. Pretty sweet. Yeah, dude, I love this thing. I absolutely dig it.
Yeah,
definitely a step up from your JK. I know other people won't see it that way, but I love this thing, dude. It's got character. It's got character like hell.
And it's nice that I'm not going to be afraid to drag the side along.
Yeah, I get that. I absolutely get that. Man, so you're from New Mexico, right? So where do you usually wheel? Like, what are your stomping grounds? What do you consider your home parks?
So what's nice is in New Mexico, we have a lot of BLM land, so I can go wheeling like 15 minutes from my house.
Okay.
And there's some pretty gnarly trails out there. There's also a place down south, about an hour and a half south of me, called Gordy's, and I try to go there every few months or so. I've been up to Farmington for the for We Rock stuff. Haven't been wheeling up there, but it's only 3 hours, so I'd like to make a trip. And Moab's only like 5.5 hours.
That's awesome, dude. To have all that, like, you definitely live pretty central for like Midwest, East Coast, West Coast wheeling. That's awesome. Tell me about Beat Not Babied. I think that a lot of people don't really may not completely know what this is all about.
So Beat Not Babied, we're just like an off-road brand. Obviously, we make We got the trail sacks.
Some of the coolest merchandise in the industry.
We got hats, shirts, decals, koozies. Someone stole my koozie from my cage, but we have magnetic koozies that that people really like, because obviously it's just like this HP tuner one. You can stick it to whatever. You can drink your trail sodas. But we're essentially an off-road brand for guys and gals who go out there and beat on their rigs, and not for the mall crawlers. I mean, if the mall crawlers want to give us their money, then they can put the Beat Not Baby decals on there. But we're really for people who go out there and wheel their stuff. I feel like we have a pretty good following, and people like what we do, and I think we're pretty funny guys. We can do some good memes and whatnot. Weston and I, we actually bought the company from a friend of ours, Ryan, who started it in like 2013.
Okay.
We bought it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he started it quite a while ago, and I think we bought it in 2018, and I think we've kind of taken it to the next level. But yeah, it was his baby, but he just kind of wasn't into it anymore, and so we kind of took it over, and we've been kind of growing it, and eventually we want to have like a race team, and you got to start somewhere.
Absolutely, man. No, we're definitely sharing the same vibes there.
For sure, yeah.
So you guys definitely bring a little bit more fun into the industry, and don't take yourself too serious.
Yeah,
so
we like to joke around, and we like to break stuff, and we like to roll our stuff. I know Weston rolled this past year, I guess 2019? He rolled on backdoor at King of the Hammers, and so because if you're gonna talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. So you got to get out there and actually do it yourself. So it's got 22 RE, which doesn't really have any power, but it'll get you up the hill. It's got the dual transfer cases. It's pretty basic Toyota, but it's been stretched. It has the 3/4 elliptical spring in the rear, which is very old technology, but it works.
It works, so especially for the slow crawling that you do with this thing. Like, it's definitely set up right.
So yeah, I'm not trying to bomb anything in the desert, but for the stuff I like to do, it does great. It flexes good. It doesn't bind up. Yeah, it's really the perfect rig for me right now. I mean, eventually I'd like to get into a buggy with a V8 and stuff, but as far as right now, this is perfect. It's dialed in. It'll pretty much do anything that I want it to do. Hopefully I can prove that on this trip.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We'll find out later today, man. We'll find out later today.
I'm excited.
Well, dude, thanks you very, very much for taking your time and for coming all the way out here. I know it's a long haul for you.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited.
Super pumped to have you, dude.
Thanks.
And let's see what you can do on the course.
All right, let's see.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
All right.